Ooh. Folks, it's another week. I don't know. It's the pop culture roundup. What's going on? What's going on, guys? With us, as always, is the co-host of the amazing Snarkbait, the one, the only, Sophie Ross Brooks. Sophie, how was your nap you just woke up from?
Ryan, you're so rude.
Because I knew you woke up from a nap.
He always goes, how's your nap? How's the nap? Just because he knows I like to take naps on Sundays, like it's a crime.
No, I didn't say it's a crime, but was I right? Did you just wake up from a nap?
I didn't just wake up. I woke up like an hour and a half ago, okay?
I think it was like a half hour ago. There's no way it was an hour and a half.
I was watching Forensic Files and eating pasta salad on the couch just now. Ask Henry for my alibi.
Wait, the Forensic Files is still on, or are you watching old Forensic Files?
It's reruns, I think, on HLN. I am watching on YouTube TV, so it's like live TV. Okay. But yeah, it's still Peter Thomas narrating. Gotcha. So they're old episodes. I know, Peter Thomas.
That's a blast from the past. I used to watch Forensic Files. Well, I mean, I've not heard a lot of people speak about Forensic Files lately, but that used to be, I mean, like in 2007, I used to watch Forensic Files a lot.
Oh my God, Forensic Files, I never stopped.
You never quit?
Forensic Files. I never quit it.
I'm reading Parvati Shallow's book right now called, her memoir just came out, I think, this past week, and I'm listening to the audiobook, and it's called Nice Girls Don't Win. And you've done a Survivor rewatch over these last couple of years. And what did you think of the Parvati seasons?
I mean, Parvati is iconic. I think that she really played into her like femme fatale thing. She's obviously beautiful. She also is just smart. Like, she's way smarter than she looks because she is so pretty. You might underestimate her. Her first season, Cook Islands, you wouldn't really know it. That wasn't like her standout season. I would say Micronesia is what cemented her legacy because she just had such brilliant strategic moves in terms of idol play, in terms of getting the immunity necklace from an unsuspecting victim.
The one season where she got the 2 immunity necklaces and she gave them to the other people and she went against, and Russell didn't even know the guy that she was playing with. And by the way, if you're new to Survivor, she's an iconic player, but it's really interesting what you said because she does talk about even coming back and people kind of alleging that she was like a slut, or the girl that used her sexual wiles. And she was like, it was wild to be thought of that way. And she grew up on an ashram. Her parent, it was like a very interesting way that she grew up. And then she fell in love with a guy and married a guy and had a child with another player from Survivor that she was not on the season with, and then they got divorced, and now she's out and proud, and I think she's with this comedian. I'm forgetting her name, something May Martin, I think. I don't know. I'm 60% through the book, but I think it's fascinating. Because I read Scheana's book, and I'm now reading Parvati's book, and obviously 2 different styles of reality stars there. But it is interesting how many people we have made or have been. I don't know, just how we view celebrity nowadays. We've talked about this for the last 4 years, and how reality stars, competition series, and narrative reality, they're stars. I mean, which, by the way, Snarkbait, I'm allowed to tease this. They are covering Scheana Shay this week on Thursday's episode, so I can't wait for that. I mean, that's somebody that I think is so unique to reality TV, and Scheana is loved and hated at the same time.
Yeah, so I actually still haven't read the book, but Snarkbait's resident researcher, Olivia, who, by the way, discovered Snarkbait through being a baddie, first and foremost. She's a huge fan of yours. She pre-ordered the book.
Whose birthday was this week?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday, Olivia, our researcher. We love you. But she pre-ordered the book, read it, and then included some of the really juicy, there was some juicy tidbits in it. And you definitely see, and I mentioned this, you see a different side of her. You see her good side. But then also there are moments where it's like, you're still, you're still making everything about you. I know it's your memoir, but it's all about you once again.
Well, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't if you're Scheana. Like, no matter what, that seems to be her lot in life. And there's even one part of the book I was thinking about that I didn't talk about where she talks about, you know, Brock might want another child. And she doesn't want another. I mean, she's really happy as is. But she's like, by the time he does want another child, maybe she will consider, you know, letting somebody else have the child. And I was just like, wow, you're getting way ahead of yourself, Scheana. Like, I'm really, you know, like, do you ever, like, when you're like, oh man, I'm scared for my future, but I'm scared for her future as well.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, she had a very, 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 she gets into the details of her very traumatic pregnancy and labor. So I understand her not wanting to have another child. I don't understand her wanting to stay with Brock at all.
Well, Brock, I mean, I understand it if you like her history. I do understand, like, there's like this wanting to commit to something. Yes, exactly. And
people
wanting
pleaser
to commit.
And also deeply insecure.
Yeah, I mean, God, I think we all know that. And then in the book, it talks about after finding out about Brock cheating on her, they went to Coachella and she made out with Dana, who hosts that podcast with Katie Maloney and was on that one season of Vanderpump. And Brock was like, how dare you make out with her in front of me? That's not going to fly. And Scheana was like, sorry, that's what you get. And I was just like, this is like, even when they're not on reality television, they're on reality television. Like, that's a reality television storyline of Scheana making out with Dana. And that's why it's very interesting, because now I think we're 2 weeks away from them starting filming season 3 of The Valley, even though they haven't even made the official announcement that it's coming back. And I was on Instagram right before I talked to you, and it's like all the cuckoos are coming out of the cuckoo's nest. I was seeing that Spooky Joe Wenberg, that was in love with Schwartz.
Oh, God.
Did you see her post where she was like, I'm team Kristen, that girl. And I'm like, it's all like they're auditioning to get on season 3 of Isn't it weird how they all just come out and you start seeing posts from all these periphery characters? Like, and I don't even know if they consciously are doing this on purpose, but it's almost like they're subconsciously wanting to be on The Valley.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like once you get like a taste of like being on TV and having that sort of attention on you, it's probably really addicting. You know, like it has to be.
But do you think the hatred's addicting too? Because as much love as these people get, I think there's close to equal the amount of hate, especially when it comes to somebody like Joe. So why keep that's the question I still haven't answered in all of the years doing this. Why keep putting yourself in this position? Like, the money's not good for somebody like Joe at this point.
I think part of it is like the fans are going to love me if they're going to change their minds about me. If one more chance, everyone's going to love me. I can turn it around. Like, it's probably just a compulsive, like, I want everyone to love me. And even if they don't love me, I want everyone to pay attention to me.
Did you see that? Yeah, I mean, well, Schwartz, did you see Brittany had a BBQ in her backyard and Schwartz was over there and Janet. And I was like, is this just like a mingler to show that we can all get along on the Valley? I mean, of course, Jax wasn't there, but even Schwartz was there, you know, like, and I was just like, this is kind of funny. It's almost like showing the network we can play nice and we're all just a fun Valley family.
Oh my God. I actually want to, Christy and I were talking about going to the Japanese garden rooftop
Yamashiro.
Or whatever it's called.
Yamashiro, yeah.
I want to go there when I'm in LA.
The Zen party was held there, Sophie.
Did for dad.
What did you think? I mean, I'm sure you guys talk about this on Snark Bay. What did you think of the second part of the hellhole? I mean, the Valley.
We actually didn't talk about it. I mean, I feel like it was kind of like rehashing the same old stuff. I think Jason is so ridiculous.
You're a clown, dude. You're a clown, Sophie. Like, why did he get so upset at Danny?
It's so crazy how much they are hyper fixated on Danny when Jax is right there. Like, it's right crazy.
I feel like we're missing a gigantic piece. And I feel like if we had that piece of information, everything would make sense, because nobody is still, like, after the first episode, we're not talking at all about Jax pushing Brittany into the rose bushes, but we are talking about the evil devil that Danny is. And it's so bizarre to me. And then And, is like Janet, rightfully so, was very scared about her pregnancy on the first season of The Valley. And yet Janet keeps bringing up this toxicity about Danny on the second part of the reunion when we have somebody, Nia, about to give birth. Like, especially, wouldn't Janet be so careful around another pregnant person based on how she was feeling and reacting on the first season, which I think was dead on the money. But then why go so hard at Danny when you see somebody is about to give birth right across from you on the other couch?
Great point. That is a great point. And also, oh my God, I just lost my Zach. So the Zach miscarriage comment, I guess, actually did happen. And we were all so gung-ho that like, oh my God, it's getting overblown or taken out of context. We thought that like they were referring to him being like, oh, Janet is so pregnant. Like stress is not good for a pregnant person. He goes, I don't care. But he apparently did say that he was wishing a miscarriage on Janet.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody in this cast is like, everybody, you can come at anybody on this cast and find something wrong. But what also is interesting about that moment too is that Zach did say those things and Zach admits it, but also he admits saying it to Brittany. So then I'm curious of why Brittany would then bring it to Janet. If Brittany knows Janet's already having a troubling pregnancy and really stressed out, why would Brittany go, oh, and by the way, Zach wants you to miscarry, Schwartz? Why would he do that?
A friend to all is a friend to none. Like, Brittany is such a terrible friend. I don't know why anyone puts up with it.
Well, I mean, she's obviously, at this point, I feel like she, for the most part, handled herself really well with Jax in the reunion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I agree.
God, and also, when she talks about Cruz, it makes my heart feel full because I'm like, wow, this is what, your son and the autism community, I mean, we need people that fight like this. But then it just shows nobody's perfect because when it comes to friendship, I think she truly loves all of these people fighting for her friendship.
Oh, completely. I think she's like, I love you. You know I love you, and I love
you, Sugar Booger. Hey, Sugar Booger, don't cry, Zachy. Don't cry. I love you, Zach.
Oh, my God. Insufferable.
Did you see the new promotion? So last week she did a promotion for Tums. Tums to Tums, Tums. But this week on her Instagram, she did a promotion for Summer's Eve.
You are really tuned into Brittany's brand partnerships.
I just follow her on Instagram, so I always see them pop up. But it's
I think I actually unfollowed Brittany. Oh my God, I must have unfollowed her. Oops.
Blocked by Sophie. Yeah. So Brittany did a Summer's Eve Instagram spot that I was not as impressed with as the Tum spot, but I was like, good for her. But then Sophie, you saw earlier this week what was announced was Brittany is in this next season, which premieres September 26th on Fox, of Special Forces Season 4. This is where they do like SEAL team exercises with actual like SEAL team people. Tom Sandoval was on the second season with JoJo Siwa. Denise Richards was on the third season. And I guess Denise Richards complained about her implants giving her a hard time. So Brittany could potentially be in like a war on this with those Ds. But she's going to be, they've already filmed this too. Because did you see Brianna Chicken Fries on the cast as well?
Oh my God, this cast is just insane.
And you have watch
like both of the Giudices, Teresa and Gia.
Yeah.
And then you have
Cody Brown from Sister Wives. You don't watch Sister Wives, but my God, Sophie, you should just watch one season because there is some we all root against Cody Brown, so this is so amazing to see him. It's gonna I just for him alone, I'm gonna watch this.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up the cast photo again because I know there are some crazy ass names on here that I'm forgetting about. Jesse James Decker, Eric Decker, Johnny Manziel from the NFL. And oh my God, he has so much lore. Jussie Smollett. That's a hilarious one. Jussie Smollett.
Oh my God. He'll say he won even if he didn't win. Folks, we are here once again to talk about our good friends over at Quince. I have so many amazing pieces of clothing from Quince now. In fact, I just got this gray zip-up hoodie, and I got it in a size large. I was wearing an extra large. Health journey is going great, but that's not what this commercial is about. And also, I have Quince sheets. I am sleeping on Quince sheets every night, and it is amazing. So why drop a fortune on basics when you don't have to? Quince has the good stuff, high-quality fabrics, classic fits, and lightweight layers for warm weather, all at prices that make sense. Everything I've ordered from Quince has been nothing but solid. Quince has closet staples you'll want to reach for over and over, like cozy cashmere and cotton sweaters from just $50, breathable flow knit polos, and comfortable lightweight pants that somehow work for both weekend hangs and dressed up dinners. The best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. How do they do this? By working directly with top artisans and cutting out that middleman. Quince gives you luxury pieces without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So, keep it classic and cool with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/sobad for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/sobad. Go to their website right now, folks. You're going to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sobad. You know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bills. That's why I made the switch to Mint Mobile. I use this. You should too. And for a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering 3 months of unlimited premium wireless service for $15 a month on the nation's largest 5G network. I mean, the sound is pristine. So say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages because Mint Mobile is here to rescue you. Like I said, all plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text, delivered on that largest 5G network. So, this year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/sobad. That's mintmobile, mintmobile.com/sobad. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Join the fun on DraftKings Casino, ranked the #1 online casino experience. They've got everything you've been searching for. Thousands of exciting games, huge jackpots, exclusive offers, and more. New players get a 10-day welcome offer. 500 spins on Huff and More Pup when you play just $5 to start. So, download the DraftKings Casino app, sign up with code SOBAD, and spin your favorite slots. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for feature game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends 8/24/25 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. #1 based on Eilers and Krajcik 2H24 product analysis. Heyo. But but Brianna Chicken Fry, because remember like a month and a half ago, she said she did a reality show and we were talking about this. Do we think she did Love Island? We thought she might have been hosting that Alex Cooper show.
Yeah.
And it turns out she was on Special Forces. So they already shot this. So Brittany is busting her ass to like all it. And then I get scared because I'm like, oh shit, how much money is Jax going to take from this opportunity?
Oh my God. Fucking Jax. Wait, by the way, I know you saw this because I sent it to you. Jax riding a golf cart through like the streets of West Hollywood, I guess.
No, I think this was on the streets. I think it was on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley. So you guys, you know that like he has one of those professional golf carts that he drives around town. But I didn't know. I mean, driving it on a residential street is one thing, but he was driving it on like a main drag in the Valley. I didn't know are you allowed to drive these kind of golf carts?
I mean, like, if he dies, he dies. Like, that's extremely unsafe, first of all. Second of all, the people that were filming the video were booing at him. And I was showing this video to just everyone at dinner last night. I was out with some people. And you know what? It kind of like, there was like a sympathetic, like, if you're human, you're like, oh, that is so sad. It's actually really sad, but it's not because it's Jax.
And also that golf, it looks like that golf cart is like tricked out by like Pimp My Ride. It looks like Exhibit, like it's like all chromed out, like black and stuff like that. It's sad in such a unique way. And by the way, if you listen to the end of last week's Pop Culture Roundup, I revealed to Sophie that Jax had DM'd me about sex and Just Like That. And he was like, oh, no, that's like my favorite show. And I was like, oh. And then I didn't, I think, respond back to that one. And then overnight, he had DM'd me again. And I have, even to this day, I still have not opened that DM. But, you know, on your DMs, you can see the first sentence.
Yeah.
And the first sentence said, I think, what did I, because I sent it to you. It said,
Wives.
I'm really enjoying the Hunting Wives. And I was like, I do not need to like go back and forth about TV recommendations with
He's right, but like, why is he telling you that?
Exactly. Well, I think it's because of the And Just Like That thing. And then I was like, no, don't do. And did you see the clip this week? So he has a podcast, In the Mind of Jax Taylor. And there's this, what I was like, this is 100% troll account, Justice for Jax, that Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess it was not one person, but two people that run that account. And they went on Jax Taylor's podcast and they wore disguises. They're all in like handkerchiefs over their face. It looks like the Taliban or something. And the whole interview, so I watched clips of it, but it seems like it's a troll. But at the same time, they were like, yeah, but we do really like you. And we do think other people do bad things. So we don't know why you get that much heat. But Jax still doesn't, like the clips I saw, it still doesn't seem he understands he doesn't understand the bit or the joke at all. And Lori, his publicist, I guess like co-host that podcast with him. And even Lori will Jax went into his like normal routine of like, we play characters, man. We're there for your entertainment. Are you not entertained? And Lori was like, Jax, you know what? This was a really troubling season and really troubling things have happened. So I think you just need to stop saying what you're saying. Like he still like will go into that kind of bit like we did, like he didn't actually push Brittany into a rose bush.
Oh, but he's acting like it was like an act. He was like, guys, like, come on. I was like, just putting on a show for you guys. It's like, no, this is real life. You pushed Brittany into a rose bush when no cameras were there. Like, you
see the psychosis of somebody trying to convince themselves of like, I'm just Daniel Day-Lewis of reality television, man. That's not the real me. When in essence,
he's a
that is
actor.
The real him. Yes. I'm so confused.
Also, I saw a theory about after that video of Jax on the golf cart, someone was like, I think he got his license revoked because on the Valley, he always has someone driving him around. You drove him around.
Yeah, but that car was stationary. The Valley
van.
Okay,
well, either way, you know what I mean. In the Valley, he's always getting driven around.
That would be great. Can Jax vote?
That's a good question. And also, like, can you drive a golf cart without a license?
Yeah, I don't know. There's like kids that live around us that they're always on this golf cart and all the neighbors complain and they're on these little mini mopeds and they're like these little 13-year-old brats. I mean, this has nothing to do with Jax, but these kids are allowed to tool around. I mean, I don't think he's allowed to do this thing, but I think he lives on the edge.
Oh my God. He literally is the Daniel Day-Lewis. He's like, have you ever seen Heath Ledger and the Joker?
He goes, why so serious, Brittany? Oh my God. So the Valley, obviously we come to an end. Will this be the last time we see Jax Taylor on reality television this Tuesday night?
Honestly, I hope so. I
don't think so. There's no way. I mean, there's just, what else? I mean, I would be scared shitless if I was him about what you do with your life from this point. I mean, I guess he could do a book. I was trying to think what he could do. Because he doesn't,
you don't think his podcast is bringing in the
$1 million?
$1
million he makes from this podcast, allegedly.
Oh, my God. Oh.
And the divorce is still not final. And also, I know I keep harping on this, but Andy was like, Jax, are you still in love with Brittany? Why even set him up with that softball question? I'd be like, Jax, you obviously don't love Brittany. Like, the fact that even Andy puts that out there offends me because he does not love Brittany. Like, he just doesn't. Like, he is not.
He wants to control her.
Exactly. Control and love are two different things.
Yeah, completely.
So obviously, The Valley, you guys. Did you see this? Lindsay Hubbard, Bravo and Cocktails is reporting that Lindsay Hubbard is starting to film her spinoff September 1st, which I'm very excited about. But I also am questioning what could the spinoff be, because I don't think Turner, her baby daddy, Turner Couffet, is wanting to be on any reality show. And I don't think she wants her baby fully on a reality show. So what would a reality show centered around Lindsay be?
Right. I think that's my biggest question mark about all of this. First of all, I've seen no other sources other than Bravo and Cocktails. And I trust Bravo and Cocktails to an extent. But I really haven't seen it anywhere else other than that. So take it with a grain of salt. And then the fact that she's spoken about the fact that Turner, her baby daddy, is very adamant about protecting Gemma's privacy. Not only on Instagram, that's why she doesn't show her face on Instagram, but also on TV. So it's how can you have a show about Lindsay without showing Gemma?
So I was wondering if there was some
Gemma's face.
Or would it be is it something else? Is Lindsay starting her PR business back up? Or is it a dating show? Or is it, I was maybe it's something where she's a judge on some sort of show. I was trying to think of what a show based around Lindsay would be.
Yeah. I'm curious. I mean, I'm all for it. I find Hub extremely entertaining. She's an amazing reality star. I'm just, I want more details. I'm curious.
Yeah. And I know she does appear on Summer House this season, which I don't think there's been a lot of leaks about except for casting. Have you heard anything coming out of the Summer House?
No. I remember last summer it was Jesse's making out with the new girl, Lexi.
Nothing. I don't know. So I guess that's good and bad. And then I felt so bad. Jesse Solomon, he posted, what are those pre-Nuvo scans that all the stars do, where they do the full body check?
Oh, yeah.
And it tells you.
It's so stupid.
My mind is so sick because I saw it and he had his little feet hanging out and he has these little socks on. And I was keep those toes covered, buddy. And then I realized I had it written out. And then I was oh shit, this is about cancer and stuff. And I was what are you doing? I saw the joke and I immediately went for the joke without realizing the larger context of, this is a guy who's survived cancer twice. And it's, a pre-Nuvo scan is good, for checking out the ills of your body.
Is it good? Or is it one of those junk science things?
I don't know. At the end of the day, it was just going to be a bad joke that I just saw feet.
Yes,
and I was keep those toes away, buddy. So I'm glad I stopped myself. You might have I don't know if you're going to talk about this on Snarkbait, but can you guess what is making me livid on TikTok this week?
Oh, what is making you livid? The people doing the Alexander Hamilton going out the window thing?
Wait, what is that?
You haven't seen this?
What is that?
Never mind. Okay.
No, it sounds like it would make me upset. What's making me very upset is this fucking Kendra that fell in love with her psychiatrist. And then are you not on the Kendra tip?
I don't think I know it. We're on very different FYPs.
Oh,
clearly.
I feel like I'm going insane. Her name is Kendra Hilty, you guys. And she has blown up on TikTok in the last 6 days. She went from less than 1,000 followers to 95,000 followers in 6 days because she came on with a 21-part story about how she fell in love with her psychiatrist. A psychiatrist she saw over Zoom, and she said he had crossed professional boundaries. He had not crossed professional boundaries. I've watched every part of this, and it just seems like a lady that is so out of touch that you get really just It's really spook, and it reminds me of Joe from Vanderpump Rules a little bit. It's like somebody's seen something that they want to believe so much. The guy seemed like he had really professional boundaries, but she said there was like transference. And then she keeps talking in their videos, and she started going live where she was talking in her video to this guy. I forgot what she calls the guy. And it turns out the guy was her chat GPT. And she's like, Randy, isn't it true that da-da-da-da? And the ChatGPT will respond. And here's a little secret about ChatGPT. ChatGPT will always fucking agree with you. They will find some way to make you look like a badass.
And so she's sitting there going, see?
Exactly. And then
what?
I'm watching her follower count go up, and then she goes live now every night. And there was like 12,000 people in her live last night. And the only way you can comment is if you buy like a $2.50 like member subscription fee. And then she'll block anybody that says anything negative. But she is, you can tell in these 6 days, she's getting a lot of hate, but also you can tell she's really getting like, I'm feeling the love. And, you know, she's just spooky. Sophie, I cannot believe, I figured you guys were covering this on Snarkbait.
Wait, so what were the boundaries she was saying he was crossing?
So she was, okay, so Hilty, this is from The Cut. Sorry, I'm going to go through this Cut article really quick. She said, Hilty says she decided to ask for the psychiatrist's take on her unsatisfying sex life with her boyfriend, which also involved divulging her crush by way of explaining why she hadn't brought up her intimate life before. He didn't respond, but, quote, smiled so big, per this girl. Around this time, she also claims she was sending him emails detailing how much she liked him with heart emojis, which she says he didn't respond to. Hilty's POV on all of this, that it was her psychiatrist's ethical duty to end their professional relationship once he knew she had feelings for him, and she believes that he was manufacturing everything so that I could fall in love with him. He was the one with the medical degree. He was the one that knew better, but he loved the attention that I gave him too much to do the right thing. And she pretty much doxed the guy. She said his name. He's not, like he's a very,
Oh God!
I believe he's Muslim, and she said she was even considering like converting to the Muslim faith, and it's just insane. But she's so sure she's right. And guys, I don't want to make you watch all 21 parts of her TikTok, but you'll catch on pretty quickly just how far down the rabbit hole she is. And I do want to believe people, and especially women, but it's just. She's so full of herself. I'm more shocked that you don't know about this, Sophie.
Oh my God, no! Now I'm gonna have to fall into this rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm so sorry in advance. Her name's Kendra Hilty, but yeah. So then she went and got a different therapist. She started seeing a 75-year-old female therapist about her romantic feelings towards her psychiatrist, and claims that her new therapist told her the psychiatrist had probably avoided seeing her in person because there would be sexual tension between them. Eventually, Hilty says this therapist also started texting her between their weekly meetings to ask for advice about her other clients. I don't know. It's just one insane story after one insane story. But I just also hate the fact that so many people are gassing her up, and we make celebrities out of the weirdest. Like, she's going to be on The Valley next season. I'm almost convinced of it.
Oh my God. It actually is crazy how that happens on TikTok. Like, someone has one viral moment and they go from being a normal person with, like you said, 1,000 followers to 400,000 within a few days. Like, what?
Yeah. And this ChatGPT thing, like, do not seek therapeutic advice from your ChatGPT. And she was getting therapy.
Don't be like Craig Conover.
Yeah, exactly. And so ChatGPT just released ChatGPT 5.0 a couple days ago. And they've actually, I guess, set up stricter guidelines for therapy on ChatGPT, which I think is like, yeah, guardrails on ChatGPT is great. So if you're looking for counseling, use ChatGPT 4, because I guess 5.0, it makes it harder for you to get therapy from it, which I think is a positive thing.
Yeah, I would say net positive, but just don't do it. Don't do it.
So disturbing. Let's see. Oh, this is actually sad. Rebecca's a fan of hers, actually, and I say that loosely, but in terms of influencers, I had talked to Sophie about this like a couple of months ago, and it was like after we had finished the show. But there's an influencer named Emily Kaiser. And
oh God,
she's, a big influencer on TikTok. She has over I think 5 million followers, a huge following on Instagram. She lives in Arizona, I think close to my dad. She's also good friends with Avery Woods, who used to live in Arizona as well. And she had this beautiful family, a husband and a son, and they just had a new baby as well. And I think the son was only 4 or 5 years old.
Three. He was only a few months shy of 4.
Very tragic. And she went out for the first time, I guess, in a long time. And within 10 minutes of going out, she had gotten an alert that something really bad had happened, and her son had drowned in their pool. And the dad was supposed to be watching the son. And it's like one tragic event after one tragic event. And we found out from the police report that was released months after was that he was placing a bet. He was placing a sports gambling bet.
He had placed a bet on, it was an NBA Finals game. I think it was the Celtics versus Knicks. And he had placed a bet on DraftKings and ended up winning it. He only won $60 or something like that. But lost sight, quote unquote, of his son Trig for almost 10 minutes. It was 9 minutes. And apparently right when he won his bet was when he decided to look up from the TV. And that's when the dog alerted. It was also the timing with apparently the dog was acting weird and staring at the pool. And he was like, wait, what's going on back there? But he left his 3-year-old out there with an uncovered pool.
And there's an Arizona law, and I don't know if there's a law probably in other states, you're supposed to have a gate around your pool if you have kids. They did not have the gate. They had a tarp that wasn't actually on because the pool cleaners were going to come, I guess, the next day. And the thing was that the Chandler police were going to charge him. This had come out a month ago, and people were outraged, going why the hell? They decided not to charge him, but then the report kind of made it it made it more evident why they were going to charge him is because the father lied about what he was doing.
multiple times.
There were video cameras on him showing that he wasn't in the chair. He was I was in the chair where I could see. I saw that he was out there playing. And then I noticed the dog staring at the pool. I mean, this is just all so tragic.
Yeah.
But it turned out, he said, no, it was just for a couple minutes, but it turned out it was more than 7 minutes. And the son didn't jump in the pool. The son tripped over a pool toy and fell into the pool, tried to swim. And it's just, it is heartbreaking because this dad made a horrific mistake, but at the same time, it was a mistake. And this is somebody that I was talking to Rebecca, and she was like, no, she put out positive content. She was like, what I do in my day and how I get ready. And she was showing me some of them. And they lost their son. He fought for his life for a week. And even that day, there was a video of, both the baby and the son laying in bed with the dad. And
it's tragic.
I don't know how you come back from that. Emily Kaiser hasn't made any sort of return to the internet. I don't know if she ever will. This has got to just so drastically change what some people considered a perfect life. And then, this dude he was making a sports bet. The
police report is extremely upsetting, disturbing, and infuriating, all at once, because it was pure negligence. They should have had a pool fence, obviously. I think that would have been, a barrier to this happening. All of their doors were broken. None of their door alarms worked. This is all outlined. There were no safety measures, and they had all of these aesthetic things in their house. Yeah. They were spending so much money on renovating this house and making it beautiful. They had just moved in, last summer, I think, or last fall, but they couldn't spend money on actual things to make their son safe. Yeah. So there's that, and then there's
because
also
it wasn't aesthetically pleasing.
She never. Okay, so people say that Emily claimed, "Oh, we're not getting a pool fence because it's not aesthetically pleasing." There's no proof she actually said that. It may have been implied somewhere, and the fact that she never got one and she was obsessed with aesthetics. Okay, you can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
but Brady, was extremely negligent because Emily had only been gone for 20 minutes when this happened. 20 minutes. It was their first time. She's postpartum. Her other son was only 6 weeks old. She was leaving the house for the first time since giving birth to go out to dinner with her girlfriends, was gone for 20 minutes. It actually, if you read the police report, the exact minute that she arrived at this restaurant was the minute that Trig fell into the pool. So he couldn't even watch it. He couldn't keep both of his sons safe at once for 20 minutes. And the fact that in his interview with police, he said, I don't know, it was like I was connecting with my newborn.
Oh, is that what the police report said?
Yes,
he said connecting with my newborn. Man.
And it seems like he's trying to shift blame onto the other son, who was one day, I'm sorry about Baxter, who is one day going to read this and think, it's my fault that my older brother died. Like, it's all so fucked up. I would not be able to look at my husband. Obviously, he has
a life. But you didn't think about him. Like, obviously, that dude fucked up. But, like, how is... I mean, if I was him, I couldn't even look at myself. I mean, just think about
exactly.
Even if he's lying in that police report, God, like, just think about the massive guilt that dude is, like, facing.
But if you have... just, like, if you actually feel bad about it, then, and I'm sure he feels horrible. I'm sorry, I'm being really hard on him. Just the police report is so disturbing. It's like, then be honest. Be like, yeah, I really fucked up. Don't try to shift blame onto your son or lie or pretend like they asked him to describe what Trig was doing when he was outside for a few minutes. He was like, he was playing in the grass. And they were like, you weren't watching him at all. He was never playing in the grass. He was lying.
Cameras everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Just be honest then.
And the fact that it was a sports bet. I mean, and that sounds, which by the way is a very normal thing. I mean, a lot of guys are doing all this like DraftKings and stuff like that, but just like that's another wrinkle of it of like, a sports bet?
Degenerate. And also the fact that she was so successful as an influencer that he didn't have to work anymore. His job was
to be a stay-at-home dad, right?
Stay-at-home dad. And then he described his day that day. His day was, waking up, drop Trig off at school, got McDonald's, did things around the house, quote unquote. And then his one job was to watch the kids. And he couldn't even do it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's like the weaponized incompetence of men that we talk of husbands, where it's like, when the husband is watching the kids, they're babysitting, Like that's how a lot of families see the gender roles. And the woman always has to be on and always has to be able to juggle everything at once. And then the stay-at-home dad, in this case, his one job he couldn't even do.
And you think about the fact that, their primary source of incoming was sharing their life. Mm-hmm. And they did it, or she did it so successfully that now people are, it's like the double-edged sword is that people were so ravenous about her content and people are now so ravenous to uncover every little wrinkle of this story because Emily Kaiser has fought like 3 separate times to get certain pieces of this report redacted because she wants it to, she doesn't want all of the details to be out. She doesn't need
his final moments. I do
understand that just for the dignity of their son, Trig, it's like, my God, it's like, but the same thing that makes people so fascinated about your content, they're going to be so fascinated about this as well. And I was watching all of these videos today and I was like, oh my God. And I talked about this with you like a month or two ago off. We didn't talk about this on the show. And then I was even today, I was like, I want to talk about it. But then I was like, this is part of the problem too. Is this like, it's just perpetuating this painful story. Mm-mm. But it is something interesting of when there are influencers and it is about your life. And it's like this it's different than reality TV. You've got like a billion stories on TikTok, like a billion reality shows on your phone on TikTok. Even that girl that I was talking about with her psychiatrist and ChatGPT, that's a reality show right there. Mm-hmm. And I just always wonder, what's the end of all of it? Like, is there always going to be, there's always going to be a downside. And then in this case, it's not like you can get another part that'll eventually get you an Oscar. Like, this is her actual life. She's in the worst part of her life right now.
Yeah. And I mean, so much of her content was with Trig. It was with Trig. And it's like, it's just so terrible to think about how, I'm not going to accuse her of exploiting him because I don't think he wasn't like the center of her content. She was. She would do Get Ready with Me, but then he was always with her and she would film him and stuff like every day. But like he spent so much of his short life being filmed And so people feel this parasocial connection to him, which is really disturbing. Yep. Like, I didn't know who Emily was until this tragedy happened.
Yeah, Rebecca was the one that told me all that, because she was, I got to tell you, because I even thought Rebecca was weird at first. She was so heartbroken. And I was like, what? Yeah. She's like, this Emily Kaiser. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. And she explained it to me, and I still was like, what? And it took me a second, but I don't follow influencers like that. And for me, my first reaction was that Rebecca was a little weird for really loving this influencer. And she's like, no, she's great. She's really positive and stuff. And she had to explain it all to me. But then it's so interesting, because then when it gets into this kind of lascivious territory, I was like, that's where I come in. And I just got so sad then for the family. And then the other part of this, obviously, was that this dude should be charged. And if it was a lesser family, and take that however you want to take
or if it was a babysitter, if it was a person of color or someone poor.
That's what I meant, was that they would be charged because he lied to the police repeatedly.
Yeah, and it was like his white privilege, honestly, like feeling that competent to lie to law enforcement while there are cameras all over your backyard. Like, it was just insane. And like you said, some of the police report was redacted. Specifically, I think it was just Trigg's last moments and every detail of the way he struggled in the water, because he was trying to swim for 2 whole minutes. He was fighting for his life, and there was no one. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It's just it's so upsetting.
It's so heartbreaking.
He deserved better, and he deserved parents that were not negligent enough to put him in the situation. Obviously they didn't want this. It wasn't intentional, but there was negligence here. I think, obviously Brady was negligent here. I think both of them should have had the foresight to get a pool fence.
Yeah, obviously.
So there was just a lot of negligence involved, and he deserved better. And he seemed like again, I didn't have a parasocial relationship with him because I didn't know him until after this tragedy happened. But just watching back that content, it's obviously so sad. He was he had his whole life ahead of him. Oh my God, at 3 years old.
And I just think, you think about and no matter what you think about the parents, the heavy weight that both of them are going to carry. I mean, that
for life.
You don't wish that on, negligence is horrific, but you just don't.
Yeah.
When I even think about that kind of heavy, I mean, I was just in Arizona, and my friends have a child that's around Trigg's age, and they have an ugly pool fence around their pool. Not because of this, but I was even out there last week, and I was just like, wow, they put up the pool fence. And I'm like, of course they did. Mm-hmm. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And, if you have this if you want the responsibility of having a pool. Sorry, guys, I know that got really dark, but speaking of white privilege, I'll get off this topic. Do you want to know what we got addicted to this weekend? And I'm so ashamed of it.
What did you get? Cocaine.
Crack. No, the McBee Dynasty.
Okay, I started it because I've heard so many people tell me to watch it, and I'm on the second episode, and I'm not understanding.
The first or the second season?
First season.
Okay, so I went directly to the second season. So I was dared to watch this show. Sandra, who I work with, was like, oh, watch it. And I did a Patreon episode this weekend about little elements in the McBee Dynasty. And I'd watched the first episode, and Rebecca was like, I think Rebecca is really hit or miss on what she'll watch with me. I talk about this in the Valley recap. She'll sit down to watch the Valley with me, and within 15 minutes, she'll be like, fuck this show. Fuck that. She hates it. And then she'll be she'll come back and she'll try to watch it again, and she'll be like, disgusting. And she'll walk away. But the McBee Dynasty, she sat down and she was watching. She was like, I think I can get into this. It's completely ridiculous. I mean, white privilege out the wazoo. They're in this town in Brantley, Missouri or something. And they have this cattle farm, but they also have a car wash. And they have all these a meat business, all of this shit. Their dad, I guess the first season was on Peacock. Second season was on Bravo, and it's a little more Bravo-ified, people have told me. So I went into the second season. The dad, Stephen McBee, is nowhere in the second season because he's up on criminal investigation because he has allegedly taken millions of dollars from the Agricultural Commission, and he's going to be sentenced in October. That doesn't come out until the third or fourth episode. There's only 6 episodes so far on this second season, but I'm fully in. It's ridiculous. It has all the things you want. It has the tropes of every 20 minutes, they'll be we need to pay back $6 million by the end of the month. They keep reminding us over and over again. And then it's all these white dudes, these white brothers. And they all, like, the one kid is 24 years old, but he looks like he's mid-30s, and he got his high school sweetheart pregnant, and they're going to have this baby, and he gets shit-canned wasted on the 5th episode when they go to the Ozarks, and the other brother's girlfriend, he says he wants to eat her butt, and the pregnant girl's like, how dare you say that? And the guy's like shit-canned, and he gets upset, and he starts crying, and he starts hitting a hill, like an actual dirt hill. He's like, fuck you. And he starts like hitting like mud. He's like, and his brothers are trying to hold him back. He's like, no, I'll fucking kill you. And then he starts crying with his 2 brothers. And he's like, I'm not crying. I'm a man. I'm not fucking crying. I'm a man. It is so batshit crazy.
Maybe I do need to watch this.
No, I mean, I don't want to, like, it's bad. But it's good. Like
it's so bad. It's good.
Bad.
I need to keep going because right now I'm on the, like I said, 2nd episode of the 1st season. And I'm like, I'm not seeing the hype yet, but I know that it's like one of those things where I probably just have to stick with it.
I hear the 1st season is a little more real. The 2nd season, a little more Bravo-fied. But there's also Steven, the father who's not in it anymore because he's probably going to go to jail. He had a wife that had all these these kids with, and then he cheated on her with this Russian girl who's now the chief financial officer of the McBee businesses. And then, so he was like with this Russian lady, Galina.
Yeah. I just met her on the 2nd episode.
He cheated on her with another Russian girl. And so the 2nd season, Galina is like out to pasture and she's pissed at the other Russian girl who she thought she was friendly with. And so she beats the shit out of the new Russian girl's Porsche. But she's like, no, I did not do it. I have nothing to do with it. And the kid's like, she definitely beat the shit out of that car. She definitely did. And she'll do things like leave the chicken coop open. So like the chickens will like get attacked. Like the other guys. It's just batshit. It airs on Monday night after Below Deck, but I think I'm in. And I'm so ashamed of myself, but I think I'm in.
Yeah, I had one of my like girlfriends who loves Bravo be like, you need to watch this. They're like basically the same thing you said. They're batshit. They're so dumb. It's so entertaining how insane they are. And I'm like, oh, this sounds right up my alley. Again, I just need to stick with it.
Well, I think what the thing is, too, is that what I don't like about Real Housewives of Orange County this season, and sometimes they're not reality star famous yet. So it's a real family. Like, they're all actually related with each other. So they actually have real relationships that started before cameras went up. So it's not like fully casted like OC feels this season, where it's like you're not really friends, you're coworkers. And so it is refreshing to see that, if that makes sense. Because OC, it's like, you guys are just coworkers and you're just literally talking about us creators every episode now. And I'd rather you have nothing going on between yourselves. Like it's not fun.
Yeah. I agree.
So, yeah.
From what I've heard actually about OC, Christy was debriefing me. Does
Christy from Snarkbait, does she like it?
Oh yeah. I mean, she loves OC. Like I said, didn't finish last season and am not watching this season because of Tamara, and then also kind of Gina and Emily. I'm like, the show has kind of lost its sparkle. Its sparkle.
Lost my sparkle. I gotta take my Tim shots. Laura, you're not watching Real Housewives of Miami, right?
No.
So you don't need to watch Miami for the next story. Is Larva Pippen.
Larva
Pippen. She was on a talk show and somebody got like a screenshot of her face and her face was just like all like pulled back.
It's bad.
And the thing is, if you watch like OG Real Housewives of Miami, I mean, obviously a beautiful woman, but when, we first saw her in Miami when she was still with Scottie Pippen, just a gorgeous woman. And I'm in no place to talk about anybody's looks, but I do think there is a conversation to be had is when people are overdoing medical procedures. But like this, it was a really bad angle from this TV show she was on. And then, of course, she goes online and she's like, what's up, guys? That's obviously not me. This is how I look. But in the video that she's saying, like the video that it's like heavily filtered, the video. And she says she got like, oh, that's just like, what was it, PPG or something? Some medical procedure. She's like, no, that was just my face was swollen from it was like a bad reaction from PPG. I forgot what.
I have no idea. Oh my God. Yeah, she looked awful in that screenshot. Awful. I mean, for her to be like, that's not what I actually look like. And it's like, but it kind of It is.
It is.
Oh, also, wait. Speaking of Housewives, did you see Doute carrying Hermes shopping bags, on a scene for Beverly Hills? And the Hermes shopping bags are like crinkled. Like you could tell they've like been through it. They've been used and abused already. They're not like brand new Hermes shopping bags. She's just
Jagaloo, where are my old Hermes bags?
No, seriously. Like she like stores them in her closet just for filming.
My mom used to do that. Like she was like not Hermes, but like Old Navy bags, like Walmart. She would like save like a nice shopping bag.
Well, like for practical reasons, sure.
Yeah, no, I mean not like to be out and about in town with, but just
this is Doute wanting to carry around Hermes bags for a reason.
I worry about Doute. We talked about her book coming out in a couple of months, and it was like a really, not an exciting title. And then was it you?
Cake Eater 2.
Cake Eater 2, which, by the way, Carl Radke, did you read, I found out this week, Carl is not even his first name.
Oh, it's William. I saw this too.
My dad's name is William Carl Bailey. He is William Carl Radke. Do you think we're related?
Maybe.
That's insane.
Maybe.
But I was like, why does he call, William's not a horrible name. Like, he went with Carl.
He was saying,
this guy's weird with titles.
I know. He was saying that it's a tradition in his family for everyone to go by their middle name instead of their first name, which I'm like, logistically, that's really annoying for the kids, I feel like.
What's the point of a first name then?
If you're getting them a necklace with their initial, do you get them a C or a W? It just makes everything like logistically confusing.
I was like, I was shocked. And then I was like, his book is Cake. Always goes with like the not typical way to do things.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a non-alc bar compared to an alc bar. It's like the atypical way to go about things. Anyways, I'm worried about Doute for so many reasons, but was it you that was telling me that it was somebody I talked to this week that was saying even the publisher that Doute's book is with is not the best publisher out there?
No, I didn't see that.
Scheana's publisher is way better than Doute's publisher. And I was like, oh shit, are we like close to self-publishing Doute's book? Because I feel like Doute should have a good publisher. I think I want to hear Doute's story.
Do you though?
You're just, I love the pause. You're just, you're like, do you? Interesting.
Do you though?
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Also, this was a little tidbit. Back to Jax Taylor. I think it was Vanderpump Recaps, who I love, posted about this. Or maybe it was CC Loves You. Their Instagram account posted this, that Laura Lee and Jax are now Instagram friends. Laura Lee from the iconic first season of Vanderpump Rules. And they were not friends as of 6 months ago.
I did see this. Oh my God. Are they rekindling?
Hey, what's up, babe? How are you? I'm going to my AA meeting. I'm going to my AA meeting. Are you still in AA? Remember when I totally broke up with you after your meeting? Do you remember that? Cool stuff.
Remember when when Jax was in the sauna and he was like, "Is this what it was like to talk to your dad?" Because Laura Lee's dad had been in prison. Those episodes from season 1 were like Henry, my husband's like first in the Vanderpump Rules, and he has never been over it.
Do you remember when they had sex in the sushi restaurant?
I thought it was in the Sir bathroom.
I think it was like multiple bathrooms.
Yeah,
and then Lisa was like,
right.
Are you having sex? And Lisa had a meeting with both of them, and Jax like lied through the whole meeting.
Yeah, and they also like didn't lock the door, and like someone walked in, like another like the manager or something.
Oh wait, what did he say this week that I felt really bad for like finding funny? Because like I do find Jax funny sometimes, and that's why I want him on off television, because I don't want
I
don't want to have
the funny.
But I don't even want to give him the opportunity to be funny. You know what I'm saying? We also, I don't know if this is true or not. I was on Google, though. If you type in Vanderpump Rules, it says the rebooted season of Vanderpump Rules will be airing October 29th. So the first episode of season 12 of Vanderpump Rules, which will be the reboot with an all-new cast, will be premiering October 29th, 2 days from Hallows Eve.
Wow, who's ready?
And Salt Lake City should be premiering, I think, beginning of October.
Oh, so yeah, I saw the teaser.
What did you think with Mary Cosby and Meredith Marks? It's cute.
I mean, it was fine. It was cute. It was cute.
Oh, it's fine. It was cute. Wait, what?
I think, well, I find Mary Cosby very problematic for a lot of reasons. So, like, the fact that she is still a centerpiece of Salt Lake City is just,
but this past season
not my favorite thing.
Didn't win you over at all?
No. I mean, she has redeeming qualities. I don't, like, actively, like, hate her like I do with Tamara. I think that she's very problematic in a lot of ways, and I'm confused by, the hype, but it is what it is. It's like, that's my cross to bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what I have to suffer through to enjoy Salt Lake City, the masterpiece that is Salt Lake City.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least you realize that about yourself. But I am agreement with you about Tamara, and watching OC. It's like I find myself regretfully agreeing with Gretchen Rossi, because Gretchen Gretchen is like somebody that seems to be able to point out Tamara's faults and goes like, you guys don't see it? She's doing the same playbook every season. And I'm like, exactly. It doesn't make sense. And then so many people like Heather and Gina and Emily are on Tamara's side for some reason, and I just don't know exactly what that reason is. Emily has a podcast on Tamara's Twat network, so I feel like that is a little unfair.
Yeah.
And then in this episode or these episodes, Tamara's very upset because Teddy Mellencamp is going through her cancer struggle, but at the same time, she's also rattled, I think, because she's getting called out on stuff, and she's just not used to getting called out. She's usually able to kind of suffer the slings and arrows and like put it back on somebody really quickly.
You're talking about Tamara.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't with her. I really can't. And again, like Christy and I talked about this on Snarkbait, how we feel like just the Gina and Emily of it all. Like, I saw the discourse about, I think, Stephanie from Real Housewives of Miami, her $95,000 alligator crocodile Birkin, whatever it is. And people are like, if you want to watch, because someone was like, oh, the privilege in this economy, like, oh, this is so out of touch. And people are like, if you want to watch poor people, watch Gina on OC. I'm sorry. It's just like, there's something about Gina and Emily that I'm like, what do they have on producers? Because I think that they're cheapening the show a little bit.
You know what? Like, I thought this would be the season where Emily and Gina could like really step into the forefront, and it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. Like, it seems like they're just going through the motions, where I was like, oh, this could be the season where they really step out and like kind of make, because they've been around now for like 7 seasons. They could really explode, but it looks like they're just going to kind of fall by the wayside and like kind of stick up for Tamara. Just like kind of play the middle a little bit too much. And Heather Dubrow, it's like, she's rich. Like, you don't even need to be there. You don't even seem like you want to be there. Like,
but that's why it's like, those are the kinds of housewives we want.
The Heather one, I feel like usually, but the Heather thing to me is a little played out. It's like, okay, another house. I get it. Like you, and also I want people that still care enough about the relationships that they're getting into fights with people. Like, I genuinely feel like it's homework for Heather Dubrow, where she comes in, she's like, okay, I studied for the test. I'll give my 2 opinions and then I'll go back to my life, which she has a great life. She has great kids. She has great, like, I just don't get this, like, where Shannon and Tamara, they seem genuinely rattled by the work, which I kind of like. Like, Shannon seems like she actively lives it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a happy medium. You don't want someone that is so desperate to be on the show because it's all they have. And you also want someone who, like, I don't know, like you said, like, cares about their relationships.
Yeah.
There has to be like that perfect balance.
Totally. Okay, what are you watching? What else are you watching? What are you excited to watch? What are you recommending to people? The Summer I Turned Pretty? Is this
The
what
Summer
it
I
is?
Turned Pretty, Team Connie, baby. Team Connie.
Do you know who's really into The Summer I Turned Pretty? Is Billy Joel, one of my favorite musicians.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that. I wonder if he's Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah.
I don't even, but he said he really loves it. I think it's because he has two little girls.
Well, it's a great show, you guys. Dexter Resurrection continues to be really, really... What?
No, because so funny you say that. No.
Boycotting.
No, not boycott. No, Paramount Plus, F them. But, I talked to JWoww from Jersey Shore like last week, and I'm putting it's just like a quick 13, 14-minute interview, which you'll hear right after this interview today. She talks about how much she loves Dexter Resurrection, and she went to the premiere, and she geeked out because she's like a huge horror buff.
Oh my God, Jay.
That's why I was smiling, because I think I said, like, oh my God, because I had just talked to you about Dexter Resurrection.
It's so good this season, you guys. Like Dexter, New Blood, a lot of people complained about the season finale of the original series. Oh, and by the way, did you notice that with And Just Like That, it said next time on the season finale. It didn't say series finale. It said season finale.
So my last note was to say, Sophie, I think you were right.
Thank you.
Last week's episode at the very beginning, Sophie said, I think this show got canceled. And I was like, no way. It's like number one on the streaming charts. There's just no way. Throughout the week, I kept digging. I still don't have any definitive answers, but I will say there are a lot of little things like what she was saying on the preview for next week's series finale. It says on the season finale, which usually means they have planned the entire season. And if you watch the penultimate episode, they aren't really queuing up a big finale. They are queuing up just a humdrum end of season thing where I would imagine if it was not a series finale, but a season finale, it would end with her in her backyard as like the book says the woman ended alone, like the end of her book that her publisher hates. The last line of the book says the woman was alone in her garden.
The woman was alone in her garden. The woman was alone in her garden.
And so I figured the last scene of next week's episode will be her in her garden, alone in her garden. And it'll be like, this is a good end or some bullshit like that.
She chose herself.
Yeah, exactly. But you're right. It does not seem like they are leading up to a big series finale.
Yeah.
And then I was seeing news stories where Sarah Jessica Parker is making like a last-ditch effort to try to do some sort of spinoff or movie. And I don't know, you guys. All I know is I'm sad. It was another horrible episode this week.
Yeah.
But it was a great... You know what it is, Sophie? I was watching it. I told Rebecca this. I said, think about it. If you know what they need to do is they need to put a laugh track on this show, because this show is written like a multicam sitcom. Because if you look at like Harry and Charlotte, Harry's like, huh, that's not my hard dick. That's an iPad. You would get a laugh track like, ha, 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 ha. And I think it would actually, because it's written like with these hard punchline jokes where everybody's like a Borscht Belt Jewish comic. And it's the weirdest viewing experience, but if you put that laugh track in there, I think it's going to even make it weirder and better. But like everybody acts like fucking Carrie at the bakery at the beginning of this week's episode, where it's like she's ordering the pies too late, but she's like a big fucking
she's like
pie date.
She's just like the perfect neighbor. She supports small businesses. Carrie is just so perfect, but she's so boring now. She's so boring. She's so lame and boring now. Like she was at least like fun loving and fun on Sex and the City. It's like she's so fucking boring, but it's like they're still trying to make it so that she's just this perfect neighbor and perfect friend and perfect, like she supports small businesses. It's like, oh my God, it's just oh my God.
And she supports the chick that like made her old apartment into like a 2-bedroom place,
like a duplex, like a duplex. Oh my God,
and that girl's annoying as well. Like
oh my God,
that girl's even more annoying than Carrie is. Where I'm like, everybody on this show is annoying, and then Rock, where like Charlotte's like, Rock, am I allowed to say you're beautiful? And like then she makes Carrie take a photograph of Rock in the school musical, and then she deletes the photo.
Why did she delete it? I was confused by her deleting the photo.
And also, I'm confused that Carrie took that good of a photo. Like it was like a
oh my God photo. And then Seema and like Beard Guy or whatever his name is, and oh my God.
And I'm just so sad because I think you're right. They did not know this show was going to end. So you are not going to get a series finale. You are going to get a normal finale of a season that was probably expecting to come back. And also, I want to alert you to a lot of Facebook shit going around. Sandra sent this to me, but it's not just Sex and the City. It's just across the board. There are so many fake articles and stuff like that. Don't fall for it. There was an article that's been passed around a lot that's seen Sarah Jessica Parker. They picked back up cameras, and she was spotted shooting with Chris Noth, who played Mr. Big, who played Big. And
wait, recently?
Yes, but it's fake. It's a bullshit article that's being out there.
Oh,
it's a fake Facebook thing that's being passed around saying they picked back up cameras and Big was going to be in the finale. It's totally fake. They did the same thing with Cameron from Southern Charm. everybody is like, there was a fake Facebook article going around with a quote from her saying that she's back on Southern Charm. And she's like, no, I am not back. I keep getting sent this article. It's like Facebook is worse than ever. Whatever you see on Facebook, try to like just Google or, you know, when you're not falling in love with ChatGPT, ask if it's real or not. But that's another fake one. Chris Noth is not coming back to just like that.
Oh my God, Facebook and boomers, and then you have TikTok and Gen Z. Millennials are the last generation to to have media literacy.
Yeah. Do you use ChatGPT?
Not really. Like, I feel like I've been like a late adopter of it.
Does Henry use it?
I think Henry likes, everyone I know likes,
but he's into
GPT.
finances and stuff like that, right? Like, so he probably uses it in a productive way.
I feel like a lot of people like that will use it with help writing emails. I don't need help writing emails. Sometimes if I'm staring at a sentence for too long, I'm like, is this grammatically correct? But like overall, I'm not like a ChatGPT person. And it's really bad for the environment.
Yeah, because every time you use it, it's like it takes so much power to like power the, I don't know, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked.
So, but anyways, you're going to have a great week out there. I know you are. Make sure you watch your kids. Make sure you watch these shows. McBee Dynasty. Tell me if you like it. I'm so ashamed that I actually really dug it, but I was in. It's like,
don't be ashamed. It's like the hot new thing.
It's so trashy. It's so dirty. Remember, on Snarkbait this week, they are covering Miss Scheana Good as Gold Shay. Will you ever do like Lala Kent?
Oh, yes. There are lots of Bravo celebrities on our list that we will ultimately cover, for sure.
Did you see Lala had a little interview where she talked about, she had a really nice conversation with Austin Kroll, and she was like kind of saying, I would love to be on Southern Charm. I'm like, then go to be on Southern Charm then. Like,
then go.
Like, they got a really nice thing going over there. Do they? It's like it's like the men rule that show. What is going on?
I can't stand her ass. Get her off my show.
Sorry, you guys. Anyways, have a great Monday and come back all week. We got really wacky. We got a really wild episode for you on Tuesday that some of you are gonna like and some of you are not gonna like. So come back on Tuesday.
Cherry Papini.
Bingo.
Okay, everyone, and here's JWoww.
Here's Jay. Hey, Jenny JWoww Farley. Here she is, Jersey Shore. Bye, guys.
Bye.